Hi, Tiffany here. In this video, I'm going to cover family trusts in Canada and the basics everyone needs to know. And stay to the end to find out the downsides of having a trust in Canada. I work with Canadian and US citizens every day, and the question of taxes is something that causes major stress. A family trust may be a way to minimize some taxation. A family trust may be set up to hold and manage family assets and property. It can be an important estate planning tool and help the transfer of assets to other family members in a more tax-efficient way. In other words, if you want to make sure the legacy and inheritance that you've created gets transferred to the family the way you wish, a trust might be a good option. But what are the roles and responsibilities? Who creates the trust? Who manages the trust? Let's go into a little bit of vocabulary. The main roles are settlor, trustee, and beneficiary. The settlor creates the trust and transfers assets to it. The trustee manages those assets in accordance with the trust agreement, and the beneficiaries are the individuals or entities that benefit from the trust. Trustees have a fiduciary duty to act in the best interest of the beneficiaries. These duties include duty of care, duty of loyalty, duty of impartiality. This is crucial because it sets the legal framework for asset protection and to make sure to protect the interests of the beneficiaries. Now, you may be wondering about tax. Are there tax benefits to having a trust? First, you need to speak to your lawyer and your accountant about your exact situation. They can help guide you before you get started. Family trusts can offer tax benefits, but you have to be careful because they are subject to complex laws and regulations. A family trust in Canada is considered a separate taxpayer, so you have to be careful that it makes sense to distribute income to a beneficiary rather than accumulate it within the trust. Additionally, attribution rules may apply that prevent income shifting to lower tax bracket beneficiaries for the purpose of tax avoidance. However, one of the key benefits of family trusts in Canada is the ability to create tax efficiency by transferring income to lower tax bracket beneficiaries. Trusts themselves are taxed at the highest personal marginal tax rate, so it's often most efficient to transfer income to the beneficiaries. This is important as it can result in overall tax savings for the family, especially when considering dividends and capital gains. However, caution must be exercised because of the attribution rules, which can attribute the income back to the transferor if specific conditions aren't met in order to prevent tax avoidance. Make sure you speak to your tax lawyer and accountant because navigating these rules is complex. Next, does setting up a trust help protect your assets? Yes. Essentially, when you put assets into a trust, the settlor has changed the ownership of the assets to the trust, which enables them to protect themselves against creditors. When a trust is set up properly, it can help to distribute assets to family members and help to avoid lengthy probate problems. Trusts can also provide lifetime income to a spouse and define specific rules for how to distribute income and assets to other beneficiaries. Now, while a trust might be a good option for your family, it's important to be aware of the different rules and regulations to follow. Let's talk about one of these complexities, the 21-year rule. In Canada, the 21-year rule subjects the trust to a deemed disposition every 21 years. This can be a significant tax liability if the assets within the trust have gone up in value. Planning strategies for this 21-year rule are essential, so it's important to talk to your lawyer, accountant, and financial advisor ahead of time. Finally, the initial and ongoing costs of setting up a family trust can be significant. Aside from just the legal costs, there's the ongoing costs associated with the annual tax filing for the trust. So, should you get a trust? If you have substantial assets, I would recommend that you speak to your lawyer and wealth management team to decide the best path for you. If you need a wealth management team and you're living in Canada or the US, I would recommend you schedule a call with a Swan Wealth advisor and we can see if there's a good fit for estate planning and wealth management. If you found this information useful and you want to learn more, please go to our website and read the full article on family trusts in Canada. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.